There's a Nickelodeon Smash game coming out now. So I want to talk about that, and I actually want to unironically analyze it for a little bit and even talk about what DLC we might get. You know, see, I think the thing that's going to make this Nickelodeon game have some type of popularity, at least in the beginning, besides the netcode, of course, which we'll get into that, but just the fact that roster talk, everybody loves to talk about rosters. So they got the TMNT. So they're going with new niggas like the Loud House characters, which is like for Zoomers. Powder Toast Man, okay. Okay, I'm kind of concerned with the Mario representation here, though. It seems to be kind of... So you got Patrick, Sandy, and I'm guessing SpongeBob as well. Oblina from my Real Monsters, Nigel Thornberry. So I like the fact that... Oh, wow. This nigga's got a side B. Bro, Patrick has a command grab. That's 2 Loud House characters. That's 3 SpongeBob characters and 2 Loud House characters. The representation is a little... 1 Hey Arnold rep, 1 Rugrats rep. I mean, obviously this is not the full roster, but... Danny Phantom. That's a good pick. Danny Phantom would be a good character. Plus many more surprises. So I'm guessing this obviously isn't the full roster. We're probably going to get more characters that get added to the game. Oh, wow. I would have to get used to how the stages are kind of designed, but I mean, this looks like Smash. Okay. All right. Well, I'm kind of surprised that they went like, okay, so they're not afraid to pick old characters. Like they're picking Oblina from All Real Monsters, so they're not afraid to pick older characters. But the fact that they're using so many different representation, like they're using so many characters from one series. I hate when they do that. I don't like when they do that. Let me see if I can pull this back up. Okay. Yeah. I don't like, okay. They're going with 2 Loud House characters. Nigga, what? Like, what? Like, it would make sense if they had 2 Rugrats characters. Like, okay. So from what I was fucking brainstorming on, I'm like, dude, you could have the Rugrats babies in a Reptar cart. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Bowser Jr. They could play like Bowser Jr. He has a command. Yeah, dude, Patrick has a command grab. I don't know if Patrick's going to be top tier, but it's kind of crazy that he has a command grab. And so, I mean, you could have the Rugrats babies. You could put all of them in like a cart, and they play just like Bowser Jr. That would make sense. And they also apparently have Reptar as a character too. Can I pull that up too? Where's... I fucking saw Reptar. Look, so they got Oblina from All Real Monsters, which I think is really cool. That's a nice throwback character. Nice, good choice. But it's like they're not digging deeper. They're not digging deep enough into their lore. I mean, dude, Lincoln Loud. All right, fine. Like the Loud House is Nickelodeon's current like baby. I get it. But damn, they already has 2 reps. SpongeBob getting 3 reps is kind of like Mario having like 4 or 5 reps. Like it kind of makes sense, but. You know, I want to see more diversity, and I want to see Nickelodeon kind of dig deeper into their library of cartoons. And they said many more surprises. So, like I said, Powder Toast Man is great. Obviously, some people would be wondering why there isn't no Ren and Stimpy, but I mean, Powder Toast Man's okay. I mean, he's a superhero, so it makes sense why he would be in this game. The large amount of SpongeBob characters is at least understandable since SpongeBob carries Nick. Yeah, you know, SpongeBob having 3 representatives makes a lot of sense. Like Sandy is popular in her own right, and so is Patrick. So it makes a lot of sense. But I mean, as far as like DLC goes, dude, we could have We could have the angry beavers in the game, and they could play like the ice climbers. I think that could be interesting. We could get Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life, or we could get Heifer, his fucking friend. He could be a heavy. You know what I'm saying? We could also get Henry and June from Kablam. There are so many options that Nickelodeon could really go with if the developers and if Nickelodeon are willing to kind of embrace the history and the lore here of their own IPs, man. Like, I love when franchises aren't afraid to dig deep in the crate, so to speak. Dude, you could fucking have Cat Dog as a character, Snap from Chalk Zone. You could have Rudy draw shit for him on the screen, bro. I mean, Jimmy Neutron and Sheen has a character. Like, there are a lot of characters to pick from, and I didn't even talk about the big elephant in the room. How are you not going to have Timmy Turner in the game with the fairies literally wishing his attacks, his side B, and all this other shit? They're literally like wishing it for him. You can't tell me like this does not have the potential to be one of the more creative games, if not one of the most like creative games that has come out. Like, I know it's just a Nickelodeon game, so we don't really have that much high expectations for it. No one's really going to be taking it too seriously, but you got to admit, like, this is crazy. So I don't know, man. I agree. It has so much potential. Like, if it's even halfway decent, I think people will at least pick, like I said, play it for at least a year to like a year and a half. If they continue to like give it love with updates and DLC and stuff like that,